Hey there, welcome to Jeremy Davis Books. I'm Jeremy Davis. This is day 3 of Writer's Digest's February Flash Fiction Challenge, and I'm going to read the story that I wrote for it. The prompt is, write your story about something caught on camera. The video was on the landing page of every news site, even the respectable ones. It's probably just the northern lights, Jim said, dropping onto the couch and taking a swig of his Chianti. Don't be stupid, Nick said. The northern lights are an eerie green. They hover and ripple. They don't streak across the sky in a nanosecond. And when was the last time you saw the northern lights in New York City? Nanosecond is right, Peter said. He'd had his head in his phone for the last hour, studying the video over and over. I've been trying to time it, but it slices across the skyline too fast. If you blink, you miss it. See, Jim said, it's barely even there. It's probably just a flaw in the camera or the video file. Peter looked up from his phone. A flaw? What flaw? A light leak or something, Jim said. Peter grunted and went back to the video. Melanie came in from the kitchen. She'd hoped the dinner party wouldn't evolve into an argument again. Light leak, Nick said with a dismissive laugh. What, was it recorded on an old pinhole camera? Jim looked to Melanie and rolled his eyes. The two of them were forever trying to be the voices of reason to Nick and Peter's lunacy. But tonight, instead of rolling her eyes back, she just dropped them to her wine glass. There's definitely a rational explanation, Jim said, soldiering on without Melanie's help. It was just a freak of nature, like a reflection of city light or something. Or, he lifted his wine glass in a gesture of benevolence, if you want to go the conspiracy theory route, I'll allow for a secret military operation. Ha! Peter shouted in victory. I was finally able to pause it. Look! He held his phone out, and everyone circled around. Everyone except Jim, who laid back in the couch, shaking his head. It's definitely blue, Nick said. Yeah, Peter said, it's bright, but still really saturated, like the color of a blue flame. Right, Jim scoffed. So the aliens are using a stovetop to power their spaceship. Nick shot him a side eye. Why can't you just admit this might be something that isn't normal? Jim rolled his eyes again. Why can't you just allow it to be normal for once? What's that supposed to mean? It means you always want things to be mysterious and woo-woo. Woo-woo? What the hell is woo-woo? Woo-woo, Jim said, setting his wine glass on the coffee table a little too forcefully. You know, aliens, ghosts, telepathy, spiritual healing, anything science has pretty much ruled out. Anything an 8-year-old with a brain would know is bullshit. Okay, Melanie interrupted. Let's not get crazy here. Exactly my point, said Jim. Nick was fuming. Well, my point, Melanie said, her tone steady and her words clipped, is that it's not important enough to start chipping away at friendships. Peter held up his phone. You don't think this is important? Melanie sighed. They were all looking at her, and behind them was the beautiful view of the New York City skyline that had convinced her to buy the apartment. Look, tomorrow morning there is going to be some new big story. We'll wake up and the price of bread will be $20 a loaf, or a flash flood will have taken out Seattle, or the president will have said something that pissed off half the world, and the streak of blue light will be totally forgotten. Blue light flashed across her face, and then it was gone. What the? Jim said. Another flash. What was that? Nick asked. Another flash, but this time it held. Guys? Melanie said, pointing out the window. They turned, squinting at the bright blue light shining over the city. There it is. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a thought on this story, please leave a comment, and I will see you tomorrow.